Guys of Reddit, is post-nut clarity a real thing? What is it like? It's like walking in on yourself. It's kinda like magic tbh. The second you come, your whole thought process changes. It gets your mind off girls, so you can study. Study? No, I've seen this work. I had a male roommate who was so damn tense about some upcoming exams. He tried to relax by listening to music, going for a walk, even stealing some of my tea. He just wouldn't relax, and it was driving me crazy. So I told him to just go to his room and jack off. Either it works or it doesn't, but at least he'll stop bothering me for 20 minutes. It was just what he needed. He was much more calm, relaxed, and could focus on his studying more. It's like a pressure relief valve. As soon as it's been all realized, you don't feel horny anymore. Closest way I can describe it is going from starving to stuffed while mid-biting your meal. It's honestly kind of scary how quickly your state of mind changes. Just goes to show how much your hormone/brain chemistry actually control you. It's like you go from just animalistic urges and wanting to fuck something to wanting to take a nap in the blink of an eye. It'll make you look upon the very kinks you were just viewing online with disgust and shame. It'll make you want to call and apologize to your 8th grade history teacher for screwing around so much during class. But for real, life pro tip that I read somewhere and is just as helpful as it is hilarious: before you make any big or risky decision, anything from making a big spontaneous purchase online to making some random person on Instagram masturbate, choke the chicken, milk the eel, flick the bean, butter your muffin, jack/jollof, the post-nut clarity will put you in a new, more reasonable state of mind. It's the difference between going to the grocery store hungry versus not hungry. Exactly this. It isn't that you're suddenly smart and wise. It's that you're suddenly not being driven by a hunger that makes you an idiot. Before, dang, I miss her a lot. After, she isn't right for me though. Me pre-nut, I gotta buy an Oculus Rift. I gotta try VR porn. It's only $400. Me post-nut, what the fuck have I done? And that's the story of how I got an Oculus Rift. It's more like being very horny clouds your judgment. When you come, that's all gone in a flash, and you're back to normal. It's a sudden change in brain chemistry that does it. Yes, it sometimes even happens before I nut, and I just look at the porn and think, why am I masturbating to this? This is disgusting. Pre-nut, I need these 15 tabs open. Once I finish, I'm going to keep going and watch each of these. I'm gonna quit my job and just nut non-stop forever. Post-nut, well, that was just silly. Why did I waste 20 minutes curating those? Not gonna do that again. When horny AF, I need to DM my ex. She is so hot. And she is not so toxic after all. After rubbing one out, fuck that bitch. I deserve better. It's the realization that your kinks you're getting off on are really weird. Makes you wonder how you got here in the first place. Pre-nut me, yeah, this is hot. Post-nut me, what the fuck am I watching? It's 100% real. It's the difference between, oh yeah, this is a totally reasonable rate for this OnlyFans account to see this girl, and what the fuck, why would anyone pay money for any OnlyFans account? Pre-nut, this is the hottest thing I've ever seen. Post-nut, this is kinda gross, why did I watch this? I experience post-nut clarity as a woman. The things I think about when I'm at my most aroused are disgusting, and as soon as I climax, I'm turned off by my own imagination. It's like when you go to Subway when you're really hungry, and by the end of your sandwich you can't even imagine why you made this decision. Yes, but it doesn't last very long. So, like everyone says, you're super horny and all you can think of is big butts and sweet thick thighs and beautiful breasts. Then, immediately after nutting, it's like, oh shit, I need to get my taxes done by the end of next week, and I've been meaning to clear out all that shit behind the garage. Shouldn't take more than an hour or two. And when I remodel this kitchen, I'm going with antique white cabinets and light colored countertops to offset the dark tile on the floor. So all this stuff starts rushing through your head, but by the time you actually try to do any of that stuff, you're already horny again, and the whole cycle repeats itself. At least, that's how it is for me. Very real. I will be browsing escort sites, getting worked up convincing myself I should call. I'm not in a position financially to be spending $200 to $300 like that. As soon as I nut, there is a sense of relief that I didn't call. What a waste it would have been. Every damn day. It's real. Pre-nut, this porn isn't too disgusting. I can get off to this. Post-nut, I'm atheist, but damn, I need to go to church to cleanse my soul. It's the sudden sharp loss of sexual desire. It does not interfere with my feelings of love or tenderness towards my partner. It can feel luxurious and relaxing and wonderful. Do guys get post-nut clarity, as in feelings of disgust, shame, or regret, after sleeping with their girlfriends? No way. I had casual sex once, and never again, and that was the only time I had that with a real person. Suddenly it was like, who is this naked stranger in my bed, and why are they sweaty? With actual partners, all that changes is that I'm suddenly not aroused anymore, which just means I want to cuddle, talk, sleep with them, as in actual sleep. It's a lot of serotonin. What it actually feels like depends on context. It's like mild depression. It's like you've spent all of the drive/passion, and for a moment all your urges and passions are gone or none. It's hard for things to excite you. It's hard to dream, feel impulsive, etc. And if that orgasm came out of a set of more impulsive choices, that means that the come down will suddenly remove everything that justified where you're standing right now, and that can be upsetting. It's only temporary, but it's so sudden. With a partner, it's what makes me want to just lay together, or cuddle a bit after. Maybe some of the things that were fine during sex, like body fluids, might suddenly become more off-putting. If you were doing anything more extreme sexually, that's especially the case. That's why aftercare is an explicit thing in BDSM. But overall, it's just an I'm glad I'm not alone feeling, and probably makes me closer to the person. That's because depressed me feels comfortable around them, and because being there with them wasn't an impulse, so it still makes sense when the impulsive side of me disappears. If it were a one-night stand or something, then all the impulsiveness that made you go along with it might disappear, and you might feel really shitty. For example, I'm a person who tries to delay sex until after I know I'm really willing to commit to a person. So once or twice, there have been times where I was on the fence and logical me was like, we should wait a few more dates, and impulsive me was like, let's give it a go. And in that case, the come down was just coming back to a mindset where I didn't approve of the act I just did. So, I felt shitty. Similarly, as a lot of people in the comments mentioned with porn. If you got where you were going impulsively and suddenly that impulsive side of you dies, all the reason that you're using porn, or perhaps the particular porn you chose, might disappear in an instant and make you not approve of yourself. Yeah, totally real. After guys nut, their interest in sex drops to near zero. Consider that for a minute. They simply cannot be turned on. It's over for them. They don't care. Their mind is giving no positive feedback anymore to erotic ideas or imagery. It's the difference of being hungry than being so full. The idea of eating more makes you a little disgusted. Post-nut clarity is a brief time when guys see the world devoid of their sexual interest, and it can be a bit weird. You realize that a lot of what you were doing prior to nutting was just to reach that point, and you go, why did I do that? How was this worth it? Thing is, most of the time a guy's desire for sex overrides a lot of other stuff. When guys are horny, they'll say anything for sex, and probably mean it too, but their minds are clouded by the idea of sex, and after sex they can see the thing for what it is without sex, and realize it's not that great. Like, a guy will whine and dine you and tell you he wants to spend the whole week with you, and in that moment he's not really lying. But that can all come crashing down once he comes and realizes all he really wanted was sex, and the idea of giving up his weekend for you person doesn't seem so desirable anymore. Anyone who has ever had sex with a guy where he was totally into you until the second he came knows that it's real. definitely real, and it feels like looking back at the horrifying disgusting porn that you just ejaculated to and wondering what it says about you as a person. I'm not a guy, but I can confirm it is real for girls too. Pre-nut, I need a girlfriend. Post-nut, nope, I'm good.